Okay, so yes, this is my physics year 11 summary class for first week of January. So good day to all students and also parents. Yes, so this will be a short version of what we learned in class this week. All right. So let's jump straight in. Okay, so this is actually our excuse me, our very special notes, which we will work on and improve. All right. But yeah, so this is for year 11. Okay, so let's zoom in a little. So what we learned in this week of class, excuse me, is just a bunch of formulas. All right. We went through the basic formulas. Okay. But before we go through the formulas, there's a few general concepts, right, that we went through in class, and these are important things that students need to know, right? So, for example, every time when we learn a new formula, we need to learn the unit for every single thing inside the formula. First thing, all right? So very quickly, because this is just a revision video, right? Um, excuse me. Another thing is how to write the definition. So every time when there's a divide, for example, excuse me, like you can see this one here, the formula for speed is distance divided by time. So every time when something divided by something, we always write the top thing, in this case, distance, divided, right? But when we say the definition is per unit, whatever that's below. So distance per unit time. So if we look at this second one here, because the top is a bit long, so let's shorten it. So because the final minus the initial, so we can just say the change of velocity per unit time. So that's like the definition for acceleration. So the concept is important here for the student to get. And if it's a multiply formula like this MV, then it's product of that thing and the other thing multiplied together. So like this one is product of mass and acceleration. That is product of mass and velocity, so on and so forth. Okay, so that is our definition. Yeah, basically that's the few main concepts that we need to understand. Okay, now let's jump straight into the formulas that we covered. We covered speed equals distance divided by time. I'm not going to go through here, but students need to know what it means and how to use the formula. Acceleration equals final velocity minus initial divided by time, right? We also learned the four motion equations, right? We just went through, all right? But we will be doing exercises soon in class. What else? Momentum, which is mass multiplied velocity. At this point, I'm just reading out the formula. I hope students are clear. Okay, y'all can read it by yourself as well. This one, F equals ma, third law, right? Gravity, weight. And in the coming week, we will be learning some graph and calculation on this speed, distance, and acceleration. Yeah, not too much. That's about it for this week's class. Yes. So students, especially the students in the class, please print out the notes, copy what you need to copy, and I will see everyone in the next week's class. So that's it for today's summary class. Hope you all learned something and see you in the next class.